defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished, and you should all run. Malthael. Brother, why? The Nephilim will stop you.
No one can stop death.
Screams draw me to the city of Westmarch, where angels slaughter helpless people in the streets. Who sent these reapers, and why? I will learn the answers, but first, I will end this massacre, and teach them to fear the Crusade.
Surely there is someone out there who would benefit from our aid.
The Nephilim! Curiel sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
People are dying in that city, lad. I will not abandon them.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael I will meet him in Westmarch. Go!
It will be done. I swear it.
We're going to die!
She's coming to kill us all!
No! Damn it, the gates!
Don't go out into the streets! It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Is anyone alive in there?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait, you're the Crusader who saved Bastion's Keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
I will. I swear it.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No,
Those with demon blood must die.
Demon blood? Those were innocent people.
We found you.
Tyrael, why are Malthael's armies attacking Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his Reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
But we are descended from demons and angels. When Malthael looks at us, he sees demons.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's bane!
This is worse than I feared.
What is that?
A death mate! Stop her!
Never. Your soul will be mine.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
Let's end this madness. Where is Malthael?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
But why does he want the stone? Is there any way to find out?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you study the sliver, while I save this city from the Reapers. I've heard of the Horodrim, but I thought they were long gone.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How did it happen?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Well, however he came to his madness, he's got to be put down. Death is meant to free our souls, not devour them. This sliver of the Black Soul Stone will reveal Malthael's plan to you?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
General Torian, what was that Death Maiden doing in the cathedral?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Then I will destroy these crucibles and cut off Malthael's supply of troops. The Soul Crucibles turn the dead into Reapers?
Sadly, yes.
The Death Maidens look like angels.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
You did what you could.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets.
I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
What's that noise?
Is there anything on your mind, Hadrig?
Yes, actually. I was just remembering what happened in New Tristram after the falling star hit. I'd never seen Mira so scared. Leah came by later, telling us there were wounded men at the inn.
And your wife still went to help them.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
Is anyone out there? Anyone?
No one came for me. After all this time.
A cranky blacksmith named Hadrig was complaining about the noise.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Come with me. It's safe. And we've still got a little food.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. You're stuck with him now.
He is. I'm going to repay Hadrig by helping him with his work.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
I know who was responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Durgist.
You mean you're ready to tell your version of the truth?
Durgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
Then you're finally ready to tell me if you are a god?
There was a great gem market here in Westmarch. I spend many a carefree day browsing the aisles. To think that I will never again see all those happy little stalls, those rows of jewels, and those gem cutters.
You ask who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the Order of Malthael now rises. Praise Malthael, and your souls may yet be saved. He spares only the faithful. Donate to the Order and prove your conviction.
I can't believe we're still alive, and it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
I found him in the streets. He seemed in a daze, so I brought him here with me, but he's hardly said anything. He's nobility of some sort, but I don't recognize the seal on his ring.
The flames!
The flames? Well, he was covered in soot. Perhaps he escaped from a fire. He never says more than a word or two at a time. It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met. For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
Each day, I feel the weight of every Crusader who has borne my name. So I think I understand your burden.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
You do not know why your sisters died. That is why they stay with you.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right? Aha! I knew you'd need my help!
Cormac, you seem troubled.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
An honorable man who dedicated himself to a cause he believed righteous.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it. May the battles never end.
Craig is just death in horror.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Attacks are getting worse. They're weak to survivors soon.
Been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
There's a survivors' enclave nearby. Get everyone over there.
Save my friends.
This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is.
Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up!
This is the worst possible time to turn on each other.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke!
That's treason, citizen. You best watch yourself.
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal.
Where did you get this?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
But I will not stand down.
Not yet. Marches on.
A worthy opponent.
Reapers did not do this. What happened here? More dead?
Death to the nobles!
What is this?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
This city is under siege. Why would you attack your own king now?
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
Maiden controls the Soul Crucible.
There is no place for her in our world, so let us help her.
You call the darkness down upon yourself, mortal.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
We should get to the Survivors' Enclave. It's not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
evil art!
Please. A monstrosity infests my family's crypt, and there's no one to protect it. Thank you, hero. We can all rest now.
Mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? She was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
If you let jealousy control you, it will take everything you have.
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature.
Only through submitting to Malthael will we survive his wrath, relinquish the wealth you've all clung to, and ensure your salvation.
This is a scam. He's just taking your money. Quiet, heretic. You'll damn us all.
Awful things are happening out in the city. I have faith that you will save us, but Victor has his doubts. I don't think he believes a woman is up to the task.
What nonsense are you spouting, woman? She's more than capable of saving us, and I have just the things she'll need to do the job.
She saved my brother at Bastion's Key.
You there, pauper. This diamond ring in exchange for safe passage out of the city?
But Harold, that's my wedding ring.
It's all we have left. Of course, if somebody had thought to grab her jewelry box.
The safest place you can be is right here. Excuse me, I've Reapers to fight.
He hasn't said anything since he mentioned the fire. He barely eats, and his eyes are clouding over.
I saw her. Someone needs to know.
Her who?
They're coming for us. It won't be long.
Despite his superstitious views, Rakis ruled as a just and fair king, who was much loved by his people. He was succeeded by his son Corsic, who attempted to eradicate the barbarian tribes of the north. The line of Rakis was broken when Corsic's son Corellan died with no heirs.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakis, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakis was a clever man, after all.
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
You'll find no glory here, adventurer. Corpses can't sing your praises.
My son's ship docked in Bramwell today. I thought he'd be safe there, but now I hear rumors. Give me a weapon. I need to get to Bramwell.
You won't help your son if you're dead. Wait here and hope.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I did what was necessary.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
That does not concern me. The prime evil is gone, and that's what matters.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Ah, you felt a call to do something else.
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Kane. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
Any luck with that sliver?
No, but it is our only hope of learning Malthael's plans. To defeat him, we must know where he is and what he is trying to do. The answer must be here. I just have to find it. Too many innocents have already died.
Good job of it, holding off the Reapers this long.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us.
Their sacrifice won't be in vain, friend.
You stopped their assault for now. Perhaps there is hope.
Did you send for reinforcements? Surely you have garrisons and outlying towns.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I hadn't heard. This is much larger than I knew.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
Who knows? You must carry on for them, as I do for Leah, Kane, and so many others.
I cannot simply feel sorry for myself. I must discover the truth.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
Right, because a mob of angry women is coming for you.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
If Westmarch is overrun, you'll die on the way to Kingsport. That won't help your brother.
All right, I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me. If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
One would expect the Angel of Death to show some respect to those already dead.
enemies defy all reason.
Require more wrath.
To think the world is safer now.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions. Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
What made that sound?
That would be Urzael.
Who is Urzael?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Good. Let's get to the Enclave. I need to see if Tyrael has made any progress. I need to go back.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
Those who perished without embracing Malthael are eternally damned. But I can commune with our Lord, asking him to grant them a reprieve. Only a simple payment is required.
Bless my poor husband, please!
You must save my children!
Please, my friends, one at a time. Bring your offerings to the stand, and I will grant your loved ones this blessing.
Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Dirges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Did Zai love her?
No, but stealing from Dirges would make Zai a legend.
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Fisherai's magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those mages are long dead. No one alive today would be seeking you or your sisters.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
Some of the angels have gone mad, but I will put them down.
Good.
Let us fight this evil together.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Cormac, he leads the Order. Do you not see?
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you. Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's corruption runs.
You are ready to put a stop to the Order's madness.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
I will be right here by your side.
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
This could go badly. Be ready.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Azmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
You've done us all proud. This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
I know you had nothing to do with John Dar's corruption, Cormac. You're a hero. Time has finally come, and we owe it all to you.
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him. Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self-righteousness of the angels. You brought this on yourself.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
They will believe you. I know it.
The Grand Maester, behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order, as if I was not a true Templar.
They could beat your mind into submission, but never your heart. So what will you do with your life now? What will you believe in?
I believe in you and your quest. This world must be saved, regardless of the corruption of the Templar. Let us seek honor together, my friend.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend? Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin. Let me do the talking.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Something's not right.
That is no guard. Damn it all. The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for. Unfortunately for you, he's our friend.
Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
You really angered them, friend.
No one betrays the Thieves Guild and lives to...
Chaff before the wind.
You die for what you did to Nigel!
Not ready yet.
Edlin! He's...
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
This is not your fault. Your brother was dead before we even came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
I am so sorry, Lyndon, but we must go. Take the dagger with you. Don't blame yourself, Lyndon.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you are letting your grief consume you.
And I suppose the mightiest hero in all the land knows just how to help, eh? No. This is something you can't understand. They will run when they see us.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
He's been agitated ever since he mentioned the woman. Who was she? Did she start the fire?
Looking for something. Something hidden.
I don't know what to do. He's getting worse. I fear he will not live much longer.
We need to get out of here. Hide in the vault, anywhere.
I heard Tyrael is an angel.
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy. I'll never see it again.
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
I don't feel like talking right now.
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
Now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
After Corellan's death, the crown passed to Justinian I through a somewhat convoluted interpretation of Zakharum scripture. Thus began the Justinian dynasty. Seen as usurpers by many, the Justinians suffered nearly constant challenges to their rule. Finally, during the reign of Justinian III, a full-fledged insurrection broke out in the outlying region of Carthage.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He certainly enjoyed the sound of his own voice. But no one can tell a story like Deckard. I miss him. But good men and women die fighting for their cause every day. All we can do is carry on.
And you just forget about them?
I never forget. But standing around talking about them doesn't honor their memory, does it?
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the Soul Stone in some way.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
To stop him, we must know what he'll do next, and that requires understanding his plan.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Tell me about Urzael.
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Why did Malthael spare you in the tomb of Rakis?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And the rest of us are? Mankind has no quarrel with angels.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
Still hurts, does it?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
You get used to it. Or you die. Either way, it's not a problem. Why does Malthael want the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter. But every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
He must believe he can do something with it. Why take the Black Soul Stone from heaven? Why not simply destroy it?
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
And if we get it back from Malthael, what then?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
What can you tell me about Urzael?
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
I noticed. What else?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become. What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
I left home and family for a great cause as well. I understand your sacrifice.
It was no sacrifice. We Vetchen often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
before they do this to the entire world.
We will, Cormac.
You're good at fighting, aren't you? My friend's down the hall. I have to get to him. You're the hero from Bastion's Keep. How did you get... You're safe now. Does that mean you'll give me my sword back? No. You go on ahead. We'll meet up with you later. And we'll keep fighting, just like you.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demons spawn like you will be gone forever.
The time for words is past.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
Speak again, Malthael. I am returning to town.
If Tyrael is helping Malthael, we can rush. We can do it. Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but his master is the true evil. He still lives, but I mean to fix that. I will ensure this never happens again.
I believe you.
You've had an interesting life, I'd say.
Oh, I could tell you stories. We were frequently set upon by bandits. It became quite tiresome, really. One time, I had had enough. I know this is hard to believe. But when I was younger, I was even more vivacious than I am now. So I seduced their leader, convinced him to free us by giving him details on how he could rob a local magistrate. He'd heard the Vetchin could predict the future, so he believed me. They were caught and hung 3 days later. I must have forgotten to tell him that part of my vision.
Let us seek our fortunes together.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
You killed the angel who caused this slaughter?
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose. Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
It's still not safe out there.
I don't care.
Urzael is dead, and without his leadership, the Reapers should be easy for Torian's men to finish off.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael wants the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. We are running out of time.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately. Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
There will always be another battle, but a seasoned fighter enjoys the victory at hand.
Wise words, my friend. Angels are cursed with a wider perspective of events. To live in the moment is a part of mortal existence I must learn to embrace.
Chelsea, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
What is it?
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria.
Adria is not as you remember her. She is channeling blood magic to prepare herself to retrieve the Black Soul Stone.
Explain.
Some things cannot be explained. You must see them for yourself.
I'm going to walk away now.
You have no sense of adventure.
I heard Lysa's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me. It sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
You saw her body. She is gone.
I do not understand it, but I know she is out there, and she needs me.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after, she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
So Zai left a sign for Durgist and got Lyria in trouble. Did he feel any guilt?
No, not then. He felt pride.
The boy meant well. You've made many mistakes yourself, like following me all over the world.
He was a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, now I see.
What are you talking about?
You lost your father, your wife, your apprentice. If you keep everyone far away, you cannot lose another.
You keep that nonsense to yourself. or I might forget how much I owe you.
You're not going anywhere without me.
And why is that?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
Come if you want, but Adria is going to pay for what she did to Leah. Urzael and the Reapers are dead. Now the people of Westmarch can begin to rebuild their city and their lives. Lorath and I depart for the Blood Marsh to confront Adria. She knows how to find Malthael, but more importantly, there is a blood debt between us, and she will pay it.
I wonder if this was always a marsh. We hid the Black Soulstone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same. This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that? Just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the Blood Marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
I will find you, Adria.
Remember to get the information you need before you...
Right.
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
How odd. A castle.
Begone! I am not yet ready to entertain guests! No! It's almost finished! Now it will never be finished! Curse you, Saul! You sold me this piece of waterlogged land to build my castle on! Well, I will have the last laugh, you dog! I will build my castle here, and it will be the grandest castle ever! Do you hear me, Saul? Ever!
Bad luck for you, friend. I'll have to find another guide stone to learn which sigil shows the correct entrance.
Now for your just reward!
deserve death!
Not enough wrath.
The crusade marches on.
require more wrath.
Cower before Zakaroon!
Quickly. Definitely not the right passage. This might be the right passage. I have no way of knowing. Now I know which sigil marks the right passage.
Even though I've never much cared for this area, it has not unsettled me like this before.
Enough wrath.
Uncovered and obscured an ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the West. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
back. enjoy that.
The Nephilim were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock their powers once again.
Patience.
If I had gotten lost while fleeing the tomb, I'd probably still be wandering.
Wait here, Lorath. You can join me when it's finished.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
I will do what is right.
We are all counting on you.
Never tell Lyndon I said this, but I believe he is a more honorable man than he lets on.
bring the light of Zakarum to the heathens. Here in the east, the power of Zakarum wanes, but in the west it will rise, stronger and greater than ever. Yet I have another purpose. The lost Nephilim city of Corvus lies in the west. I will find it.
Wrath is low.
For you, friend.
The servants of evil are vanquished.
That enough? you, friend.
We founded a settlement near the Western Sea. It will grow to be a great city in time. Now that my people are settled, I can begin my own search for the ruins of the Nephilim city, Corvus. The tome implied that it was near this very region.
Burn in the light!
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
Choose our own destiny, but you won't be around to see it.
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him.
Never.
He always finds a way. My master will return.
Not soon enough to save you.
Fires of the burning hells cannot be extinguished. Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I am returning to town.
All right, it's him or us.
I don't know. That glowing sword
See? Aren't you happy I didn't tell you beforehand that Adria would turn into a hideous monster?
Why would that make me happy?
You always seem so calm. I thought you'd enjoy a surprise or two. Petty details would have just served to distract you.
Not yet.
Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
Zai deserved whatever he got. Did Dur just kill him?
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh, then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. My Something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Shira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
I don't think he will live much longer. Whatever secret he learned will surely be lost with him.
He saw Adria. The witch is dead now.
No.
But why? Why would someone do this?
To keep her master's secrets.
Our shop will be looted.
Oh, don't worry, dear. I'm sure.
No one sees them, only me.
It seems our friend Malthael is in Pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He's clever, delaying us while his power grows with each moment.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Oh, it's not through a sewer?
Lara! Peter!
Have you lost someone?
Oh, it's my children. They're out playing a game, but I'll find them soon enough.
I now know death better than I know the shape of my hand or my own sword. Hendel charged into battle at my side. I'd known him since I enlisted, but when I looked at him that night, I had a vision. I saw the faces of the men he had killed, and I saw that he would not live to see the morning.
According to the records, King Rackus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about?
We'll never see our friends again.
True, but we won't see that cobbler down the street again either.
Why, you're right. In fact, we're the only cobblers still alive. We'll be rich.
The eyes. Let me see what you see. Show me.
So, now it's on to Pandemonium. You'll see a world only a few humans have laid eyes on before.
Let's hope it's more impressive than the heavens.
Ah, the beauty of life is lost on you, isn't it?
We can't start to rebuild until we know that the one who caused this devastation is dead.
I am still searching for him. I swear to you, he will pay.
I hope so.
We will stand together against the shadows.
When I was forced to admit my beliefs were wrong, I was lost. I was afraid I would always feel that way. But instead, a sense of calmness has come over me. I'm no longer at war with myself.
A false belief will hold you back in the same way a true belief will set you free. Now you have your freedom, Cormac.
Lead the way to glory.
In the end, Zai trapped Dirges in the ruby Lyria had worn. Zai kept the stone around his neck as a reminder. In time, though, the burden grew too great to bear, and he cast off the stone. His divinity, everything. Where there once stood a young god, there was now just an old man.
An old man, you say?
So the story says.
Walk always in the light.
What is this?
Destroy the gate! And never...
Dares to attack us? Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Malthael tried to keep me from entering Pandemonium. I must be moving faster than he anticipated. Now I will cross this wilderness, past the wreckage of countless battles between angel and demon. Somewhere out there is the Pandemonium Fortress, where the Angel of Death waits for me.
Want you to follow him. I don't like this.
There is a siege camp not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done. You will need to do better if you are to stand any chance. Demons, the remnants of a long-forgotten battle.
is a siege room. Bring it with you. See the battering ram below. That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege rooms that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are 2 more. You will find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned along with the demons that carried them. Once you have the runes, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
That would be asking too much. patience. I require more wrath. Not enough wrath.
Something now inhabits the fortress. I am certain of it. Long have I gazed upon its scarred facade, dreaming of the safe haven its walls offer. But it has changed. The vacant terraces have turned cold. I am so desperate to escape the demons. But whatever is in the fortress may be worse.
Wrath is low. Here's the ram, but I can't do anything with it until I've got all the siege runes.
Pandemonium is the Alpha and the Omega of the eternal conflict. It lies at the center of all things, linking the realms of heaven and hell. Long ago, when the angels were young, The aspect of wisdom found the eye of Anu here. He named it the World Stone, and all of heaven swore to protect it.
Not ready yet. Patience.
Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me. It is worse than I could have imagined. He means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts. If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
No, we can still stop him, and we begin by attacking the fortress.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic essence from whatever plane of existence it finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike. Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being. Losing that will rip their body and soul apart. I never thought I would return here. Pandemonium was our battlefield for ages on end. Demons' blood saturated this ground. Many angels died defending it.
There doesn't seem to be much here worth fighting for.
Our battles revolved around the World Stone. I had the Pandemonium Fortress built in order to protect it.
Malthael was one of your brethren. Why did you not search for him when he left the heavens?
Malthael kept to himself much of the time, and he was known to leave without warning. Eventually, the Council became concerned. We sent his closest followers to find him. Most of them did not return.
Of course. Urzael and the Maidens. They found him, and followed him into madness.
It seems so.
So you built this great mess of a fortress.
Not on my own, but it was my idea, yeah. The angels raised it around the World Stone many eons ago.
I expect you know about an unguarded sallyport, then?
I fear not. The fortress is always changing, caught between the forces of heaven and hell.
A thought on what you said, and you may have been right. Can't bear the thought of another friend's death.
Good point. Better to spend your life alone, with no friends at all. Much better that way.
Do you ever just say something like a normal person? But you have a point.
I joined a caravan of refugees heading to Bramwell, but we never made it there. Brigands slaughtered everyone. I ran into the forest and hid for days before I dared come out. How am I ever going to find my son?
I spoke with the necromancer Zale. He said that the source of my visions is not necromancy, but something else. He seemed unnerved by it.
I tried to leave the city today, but the gates are all closed. The guards won't let anyone in or out.
What are you going to do?
Stay here and hide, I guess. I am a coward.
Stop that! You're a good man.
When this is over, Tyrael will need to replace those who fell in the Tomb of Rakkus. And he'll continue to train and expand the Order of New Horadrim. With everything I've been through at your side, I think I can contribute to that effort. The people of Westmarch are starting to rebuild the city and bury their dead. Their strength is an inspiration. But there are children that witnessed their family being torn apart. Others climbed over piles of corpses to get to safety. What will they make of the world when they grow up? The city has scars that will linger for generations. Deckard Cain wrote much about the Pandemonium Fortress. He kept meticulous notes, drew sketches, and even made some maps. But nothing matches what is there now. The fortress has changed so much since Malthael took over.
Leave me alone. I'm getting drunk, and no, I'm not sharing.
Talk to Hadrig about that dagger. You still don't know who killed your brother.
Oh, give it a rest! The bloody Thieves Guild did it.
You don't know that.
And you don't know when to leave a man to his drink. Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Despite all of this, I find myself with hope for the future.
Ha! You're talking about Irena.
No! No, of course not. I do find her company stimulating. Yeah, I do enjoy her unique way of looking at things, but, I mean, no.
I'd wager she'd be interested to know you've left your vows behind. You should tell her.
What? Well, you know. I mean, she is quite interesting. So, yeah, I suppose so. Perhaps I should. Maybe. You, mentioned that I should speak with Irena. I don't think I can do that.
Ah, pity. So Lyndon has a second chance with her.
What? That cad? Oh, she's already seen right through his lecherous ways. Surely he'd have no luck. Would he?
Perhaps she will grow to admire his persistence and his courage. Come, friend, you face death every day. Irena won't kill you, probably.
Irena? I, was... Never mind. It was of no importance.
Cormac.
Yes. Well, Irena, I just wish to inform you that, I've left the Order. I'm no longer a Templar, nor bound by their rules.
What are you saying?
I would like it if... I mean, when this is over, would you consider, adventuring at my side?
Of course I would. I would be honored to fight alongside you. I feel as close to you as I did to my sisters.
Oh. Yes, of course. Sisters. Indeed. It is good to fight with you again.
Lyndon left a dagger here earlier. I'm guessing you're behind that.
Anything interesting about it?
Let me look. It's well crafted for a Kingsport blade, and oh, the hilt seems to be hollow. Someone hid a note inside. Here, you should take it to Lyndon.
They will run when they see us.
Zai's jewel is here, in Westmarch.
It's here. We must go after it.
Dinner first, then we can go after the jewel. Do not worry. I think it can wait for a little while. Yes, yes, this is the place! The jewel is here!
Shen!
Damn fool, where are you going?
Shen!
It's just a little fall. Don't worry! I'm just down here. Everything seems perfectly fine. Wait, what is that? Yes, all of this seems so familiar. Like it's happened before. Hey, where are you? You're not lost, are you? If you don't hurry up and come down here, I'll find the jewel myself. Find a keeper! Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. Well, there's no point in standing around, is there? Let's go find the jewel.
Be careful. This place is too dangerous for you to run off by yourself.
This is nothing. Just a little stroll. It's so good to be able to show you around again. We really should do it more often. Maybe next time, one of the night markets, I do so love a good walk, don't you? It helps me figure things out, such as what I'd like to have for dinner. Isn't far from here. I can almost taste it. Where is it?
Not enough wrath.
They should have run when they had the chance.
I must find the jewel. I found it. The jewel. There it is. No. This cannot be! It's been destroyed! Dirges is free!
Zai, is that you? You look different.
I believe you are mistaken. I am Shen. Zai is gone, and no more. He's a legend, and a myth. The man who stands before you is but a simple jeweler. I have seen the years, and I have loved and lost, and I have grieved and wept.
Whoever you are, you have freed me, and I am happy to have looked upon your face.
And I am filled with joy to have seen yours once again. Farewell, and go upon this last journey. Shen, please. I just need a moment alone. Do not worry about me. I will find you later. It feels like a lifetime since I last held this jewel in my grasp. Oh, the memories flood back into me. I was a vain fool in my youth. I know it will be hard for you to think of me so, but it's true, though it was a long, long time ago.
What now?
Well, Dirges has escaped, and it's more important than ever for me to find him.
I now know that the call is coming from the realm of Pandemonium.
It's not an easy place to find. How could Lysa have gotten to it?
The prophet was a seraph. He may have hidden in Pandemonium to keep his affairs secret from the Angiris Council.
And you think he summoned Lysa?
I saw her broken body, but the prophet's magic is powerful. He once saved us all. He could have saved Lysa again. Accompany me to Pandemonium. We will find where Lysa's voice is coming from, and perhaps I will uncover the answers I seek. I followed her voice to this place. I can hear her so clearly. We must find her.
I don't hear anything.
The demons were in our midst. We were not ready. But you slept, Arena. Why?
I would have walked in Reza. You must believe me.
You must find Lysa. It is not too late.
No, do not go. What is that?
The prophet asked each of us in turn before he cast the spell of binding. Our lives for hers. If we declined, we could leave without any thought of shame. We each heard the question and answered the only way we could. Our cause was too important to not make that sacrifice. surround Lysa. You must find her, Irena.
Lysa, where is she? More demons. Where are they coming from?
It is good to see you, Irena. I thought I would never gaze upon your face again.
Do not go. I have questions. Something holds the spirits of my sisters here. Whatever it is will lead us to Lysa.
We trained, believing that we would fight together. But Irena was the one who was chosen. And we were the ones who must sacrifice to support her. Why her and not me? A selfish question, for I know that if she was asked, she would say yes. So I did.
Lysa still live? I still save her?
Faded, and dreams I had. Dreams that became nightmares I could not wake from.
Sybil, I am here now. Are these the demons that killed my sisters?
You were always the strongest, Irena. Make us proud.
Farewell. This portal will lead us to Lysa.
The prophet said I would not dream, but I did. At first, they were dreams of color, unsettling. And then I began to hear voices. They called for me, over and over. And then I woke.
Lysa! I knew I heard your voice.
Why did we have to give our lives for you, Irena? What was so special about you? Chosen of the prophet. Your sisters were willing to sacrifice their lives for you, just as the prophet intended. But I would not play along. It merely took time for me to find a way out.
I never knew, Lysa. The prophet never told me.
Irena, know that you possess the greatest potential of all your sisters, and so I chose you. They gave their lives so that you could survive and fight in the most important battle to come. They did this willingly, and their sacrifice is not a burden, but a gift to you.
But what do I do?
Live. Fulfill the destiny for which I trained you, and for which your sisters died.
I always thought that Lysa was as strong as any of us, perhaps even the strongest. But she decided that the sacrifice asked of her was too great. How can I blame her? In her place, I might have made the same choice.
The greatest deeds require the greatest sacrifices.
But is this not proof? If the price is too costly, goodness is not enough. Perhaps there is a better way. I welcome the chance to travel with you.
What shall we fight today?
We can't move until they're gone. Attack the hooks. Destroy those hooks. We can't move until they're gone. Prepare for one last hit.
It is done.
Pandemonium Fortress. When I fought Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your strength is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death as he does.
There are many spirits below. Perhaps they can help.
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die, and Malthael's power grows beyond anything I have ever seen. The fortress feels strange and new to me, though I have come here times beyond count as its champion and as its liberator. It changes to match the nature of whoever controls it, but I have never seen it like this while under the control of an angel.
Malthael is like no other angel.
A Crusader comes to us.
Its spirit. It's so familiar. Master, is that you? I saw you die all those years ago.
I have watched you, Crusader, You have done more than any other, and honored the name ye both bear.
Master, I have tried only to live as you taught me.
And you have. But the work of the Crusade waits for you.
I must find a way to defeat Malthael, or even the Crusade will fail.
I have only enough strength to open the path for you, for we are bound by Malthael's magic. Our prison is deep within the fortress. Free us, and the spirit of every Crusader who has ever died will lend you strength. I remember when I found you in that village in the east, a snot-nosed girl of 12.
Is this necessary? I've the Angel of Death to fight, and the Crusade to carry on.
You swore the oath, and you meant it. But how you cried that first night, and the next.
I never.
When you were still sniveling after a week, I thought about taking you back to your village. But even then, I saw it in you. You would be the greatest of us. The living cannot touch Malthael, because he is an aspect of death. But we who are dead can give you the power to harm him. I trust you will know what to do when you have that power.
Yes, Malthael will fall. Death is a necessary part of life. If I kill Malthael...
Malthael is the aspect of death. He feeds off death and is attuned to it, but he is not required for it. There was death before Malthael, and there will be death after.
Good.
Still, you must understand, it is no small matter to kill the Angel of Death. You will change everything.
Journeys through the portal to Sanctuary. Even now it spreads death across your world. And so ends the eternal conflict.
Require more wrath.
We'll rip these brutes to shreds.
I slew demons beyond count. I won battles and broke sieges, but it availed me nothing. I know that this war can have no victor, only an eternity of revenge, pride, and hatred. Tyrael does not understand. He cannot see beyond the glory of battle. In time he may, but that day is not yet here.
The champion of the mortals has arrived. Now, let the judgment begin. Perhaps some of our more dangerous prisoners will better test your mettle, Nephilim. Cross the line from your curse.
be others who seek a way out of the endless strife. Angels and demons will feel enslaved by our fate. I cannot be unique in all of creation. I know my path. I will find those disillusioned of the war and lead them.
took up my shield and my name, the life and death of every Crusader, to bear your name, resides in you. Death is a part of who you are. Take its power.
I will, for now. But I will not become Death incarnate. When the deed is done, I will release this power.
Our watch ends, sister. The Crusade rests with you now. These are the spirits of every Crusader who ever bore your name. Each did the name honor. Each carried on the Crusade. Each trained the next. You have made us all proud. But we wonder, where is your apprentice?
Yes, well, I'll get an apprentice. It's just hard. The world keeps plunging into darkness, and I have so little time.
If you fall, the name will fall.
All right, I promise. Master, I never told you.
Don't go soft on me now, girl.
Never. But this needs to be said. I'd have grown old and died in that village where you found me. You gave me a life of worth.
A pretty miserable one.
True, but a life full of wonders as well. You gave me a cause to believe in, and for that, I can never repay you.
Repay me by killing Malvael and returning to the Crusade.
What is death like?
It is the coldest night on the plains, with a warm fire near your feet.
Is death a cold night? or the fire.
Death is everything. You will feel it one day, and you will realize you have known it all along.
You make as little sense now as you did when you were alive.
about that for a while.
I heard a sound and did not know what it was. I sought wisdom in the chalice, but there was none. The sounds called to me, and I knew them. Human souls. But where?
Same battles and the same foes while everything turns to ashes. Those victories might last a day, or a year, or 100 years. The war will never be won so long as he and his brothers lead. There is an end to it, but fools like my father are too blind to see it.
Require more wrath.
myself to Sanctuary, where humans dwell. But the souls did not call me from that place. I searched the breath of creation.
Not yet.
Always following the sound. Always the sound. And then I understood. Pandemonium, where the world stone once rested.
I was struck down in the third charge. I lay upon the ground, only to wake in chains. I did not know that demons took prisoners. I babbled like a fool about my dreams of escaping this war. My captor freed me and said that we would meet again. Her name was Lilith, daughter of Mephisto.
Despite everything, I haven't been able to shake my deep-seated belief in this But I realize it's Akarat's teachings that still speak to me, not the religion that corrupts.
I will root out that corruption and restore the freedom of the Holy Faith corner. Not enough wrath. slow.
This is the wrong hammer, lad. I need the big one.
Right. Sorry.
And you, my friend, not a word out of you. Not a single word.
Bryson, you're doing a good job. Just ignore your master's yelling.
You going to distract my apprentice when he has all this work on his hands? Not on my watch. Now, lad, where's that hammer?
Papa!
Oh, it's good to see you again, Kyla.
Are all the Reapers gone now?
The ones in Westmarch are. Our friend will take care of the rest soon enough.
The Prophet knew one truth. Evil cannot be destroyed forever. In time, it rises anew and stronger.
You can never win that battle, but you only truly lose if you give up.
Yes, and that is why I must carry on his mission. But I will not demand the sacrifice that was asked of my sisters. I and those who follow me will not sleep. We will pass on our task from generation to generation, ever vigilant and ready.
I sense a new prophet in the making.
Who can say what the future holds?
Hadrig found a note inside the dagger. Take a look.
Lyndon, I killed him. Come after me if you must. I'll be waiting. Rhea, my brother's wife.
I know you care deeply for her. Why would she do this?
I don't want to talk about her. Not until this matter is settled. And I know you and I will see it done.
They will run when they see us.
It is good to fight with you again.
Westmarch is currently ruled by Justinian IV. Originally thought to be a callow youth, Justinian came into his own in the years following his ascension to the throne. Rumors still abound about demonic activities surrounding his coronation, but I believe those are simply the product of overactive imaginations, fueled by the ever-prevalent myths of the Zakarum.
My visions cloud everything. I can find no escape. I plan to leave Westmarch, to be alone, far away from the constancy of death. Some people would call it a curse, and sometimes it feels that way. But perhaps it's not. I need time to know for sure.
Finally found you, Lieutenant Derek. Will you come quietly, or are you going to run again?
I'll go with you. I'm no coward.
That's not how I see it.
Leave him be. He is a good man, and he saved my life.
He let good men die. He's a deserter and a criminal, and he'll be dead in the morning.
I'm at peace. Perhaps the one good thing I did by saving your life can make up for the bad I've done.
You are a good man. Remember that.
I know I'm of use here in Westmarch, helping the people recover and keeping order. Each must serve in his own way. But I would love to come help with the fight in Pandemonium, if needed.
If you see my children, please tell them to stop playing games and come home. Supper is almost ready.
I will tell them.
Where is the Black Soulstone?
Malthael destroyed it and used the power within.
Then Malthael's death will have released Diablo. He is free. The Nephilim had done the impossible. By conquering death, she had redeemed the angels and saved all mankind. In that moment, with victory at hand, I saw the Nephilim in a new light. She is a hero who can defeat the champions of heaven and hell, and a Crusader who protects the innocent. But within her beats a mortal heart that will one day be tempted to corruption. On that day, will she have the strength to resist? Or will she be our doom?